I'm going to be sharing eight things that I learned from reading the whole Bible. Yeah, you don't want to miss it. Welcome back to Seller and Verses. I am Lady B. If this is your first time here, oh, you're very welcome. If this is your second time here, thank you so much for coming back. So I'm going to be sharing 8 things that I learned from reading the whole Bible. I'm just going to go straight into it and straightforward. The first thing that I learned from reading the whole Bible is, number 1, it is the fastest way to fall asleep. You know, it is the fastest way to fall asleep. That's the first thing I learned about reading the whole Bible. And then the second thing I learned about reading the whole Bible is, the devil will fight you tooth and nail for you not to read this thing, because he understands what it means. That's why he has devised so many distractions, to hit us left, right, and center every day as human beings. He understands us as well to some extent. Thank God for the grace of God that we can actually snap out of some of these things sometimes. So that's the second thing I learned. It is actually warfare to read the whole Bible. It's warfare to read the Bible at all. That's why I said number 1, fastest way to fall asleep. Because if I'm honest, I fell asleep sometimes, but at least I finished eventually. And secondly, I just realized that it was becoming more and more difficult. That's when the phone will ring. That's when I remember there's somebody I didn't call. That's when I remember there was, my tooth hurts, or weird things. It's actually warfare, because he doesn't want you to read this word, because he knows that there's power in this word. And once you start reading the word, your eyes will be opened. So that's the second thing I learned. Now, the third thing I learned from reading the Bible is, it is actually not a book you can read on your own. You need the revelation of the Holy Spirit. Years back, where I intended to try, I would try, but it wasn't as if I was getting anything. I didn't feel like I was getting much. What I was missing was the major owner to help me understand what's going on, the Holy Spirit. I wasn't asking for help. It's a book you cannot read by yourself. You need the revelation of the Holy Spirit to read this book. It may not be every chapter you get something from, but you will know the difference of where you're reading with the Holy Spirit and where you're just reading for reading's sake. So that's number 3. You cannot read it by yourself. You need the help of the Holy Spirit to read the Bible. Now, number 4, it's not a book you can read once. Number 4, you cannot read the Bible just once. It's one of those books that you can't get everything in just once. You have to go back again. So I realized that it's not one of those books that I'll just read once in a life and that's it. No, it's a book that you have to keep reading. In fact, I think you keep reading it to the end of your life. I think that's advisable. One of the old God's generals said, I can't remember who it was, but he said that when they asked him on his deathbed that, what would you have done differently? He said he would have spent more time with the Bible and God than even going to crusades and stuff like that. So it's not a book you can read once. Is it number 5 now? Yeah, once you read it, when you really read it, you want to read it again. So I realized that when I finished it, that was September last year, I wanted to read it again. Something was pulling me towards it again. There was a hunger, there was a need. I'm like, no, there's more. There is more. So that's number 5 lesson that I learned. You want to read it again. And that's a beautiful thing. That means that your spirit is now getting in tune with what God really wants for you. So yeah, that's number 5. Now, listen, I'm here to ask you for a favor. This is a new channel and we're trying to grow. I'm here because God has actually placed it upon my heart to share this message. You just never know who you can help with it. So can I ask you to please like, share, and subscribe? You just never know. One click from you can actually save other people's lives. Thank you and God bless you. Number 6. There's so many hidden gems in the Bible. It's beautiful. Things that you would read. Sometimes I would read the Bible, a chapter or a verse or verses, and the Holy Spirit would say, go back again and read it again. In fact, this happened to me this morning. I read it, or sometimes I would be the one to ask that, Holy Spirit, is there something I'm missing? Please show me. You said, go back and read it. By the time you've read it once, twice, or 3 times, you might see a total hidden revelation you didn't even have before. Or maybe you've read this Bible verse before, and then when you're reading it again, maybe days or months after, it's a total different thing you're getting from it. It's amazing. It blows my mind. But yes, that's number 6. Number 7 is, this is actually the manual of our lives. There's nothing that is happening on earth right now that you probably wouldn't find a semblance of it in the Bible. So all the situations in your life that you need help with, look for it in the Bible. Ask the Holy Spirit for help. It's there. What you need is really there. I'm not saying idolize the Bible. No. Idolize the God of the Bible. This is just how he used the best way to speak to us. But there's things in there that he has hidden just for you specifically. That's number 7. Now, number 8, which is the final thing, you can never remain the same once you've read the whole Bible. I'm not the same. Like, I started reading my life in some places. You just can't remain the same. It transforms you. It changes something in you. There is more light. There's just a difference in you. I've noticed it. Even people around me have noticed it about me as well. So that's number 8. You will never remain the same. And trust me, you want to go on this journey. So that's it. I'll share again when I finish reading it the second time what I've learned. I'm almost certain that it may be different. Anyway, until next time, I'm Lady B. Have a good week. Have a good day. Be good. Okay? Thank you. Bye.